Hi Scorpio, here is your love reading for the month of June 2017. I am sorry that I didn't do any uploads last week, but unfortunately I was ill. I had a chest infection and I'm now trying to get over sinusitis, so I'm still very congested. Also, I had started to do weekly readings, but I've decided to just return back to the monthly readings. I do work full-time through the week, as well as run a home, as well as trying to upload readings for you. And in between that, I need to try to find some free time for myself. So for the foreseeable future, I'm only going to do monthly readings. These will be love readings, the ex-partner readings, as long as you're still interested in watching those. And I'm going to try to get back on track with the career readings. I've also decided to start to show the card at the bottom of the deck for each reading. And you do have the Tower card in its reversed position. I've not long just completed the reading for Virgo, strangely enough, and they had the same card in the same position. With the Tower card, it talks more about change. It's big change, and it's change that's needed. But you may be fearing the change. You may be trying to resist it. See, the thing with Scorpios quite often is they like change. They want change. But the process they have to go through to get the change is something that they fear, is something they don't like. This change is going to be different for all of you. This change could result in the breaking up of this relationship. And you know that that is needed, but you may be resisting it. For others, it could be that there is just a major change required within this relationship in order for it to continue to grow and progress. Now, in the center of your reading, you've got the Five of Swords. And this does talk about arguments. You and another person arguing, having some conflict. And you may very well win the argument. But the thing is, although you win the argument, you could end up losing something else. You could end up losing the person that you've had the arguments with. Or you could end up losing because you know that you've brought hurt and pain to the other person with this verbal confrontation. Now, it can be vice versa. It can be the person you're involved with that has done this to you. Now, in your challenging position, you have got the Wheel of Fortune. It's Major Arcana and it's number 10. The Wheel of Fortune, it's a very karmic type of energy. In our lives, we all have our ups and downs, our highs and lows. And sometimes it feels that the wheel is going against us and everything is going wrong. But then eventually the wheel stops and it starts to turn in the positive direction again. And that's what that is talking about. How things are going to start to improve for you. It's very fated. It's very much out of your control. And you may not even be realizing that the wheel is starting to turn in your favor. Now, down here, we do have the Four of Wands in the reverse position. That is the unhappy home card. That is you knowing that deep down, you're not feeling the same way as you once did within your home environment, within this relationship. You're not feeling as at peace there. It's not feeling as happy. It talks about two people not feeling at home with each other anymore. And if there's been this verbal confrontation, this conflict, this challenging behavior going on, then most definitely it's going to impact on the home environment. Now, in your recent past, we've got the Four of Swords. It can have a few meanings, the Four of Swords. It can talk about feeling as though you need to take a break from a relationship. See, the Four of Swords, it's about taking a rest, a much needed rest from something that has become very stressful. The man in the picture on the card, he's put his four swords to one side, indicating that he needs to literally put his thoughts to one side. He needs a time out to clear his mind. I feel this Five of Swords energy in the center has probably been there with you within this relationship, maybe from this month of May, because I'm still recording in May, and has created that energy there with the Four of Swords. It's mental stress, it's mental anguish, and needing to take a break from it, needing to gather your thoughts. Now, up here, we do have the Fool card. It's 0 in the major arcana. The Fool card, first of all, it talks about going off in a new direction, but not having any idea where you're going or what you're going to do. But literally just deciding to go. The thing with that Fool card in the reverse position is it warns you against acting immaturely. It warns you about acting naively. It warns you against making rash decisions. And also to resist the pressure from other people. Because other people may be trying to push you into a direction or push you into making a decision when you don't have all the facts and all the answers at your disposal. The Fool card is about new beginnings. And with new beginnings, taking a risk. But in the reverse, you must pay attention to the red flags here. And you must try to... It's like trying to cross all the T's and dot all the I's here. Now, for some of you, you may have already decided to walk away from this relationship. And you may feel that others around you are trying to pressure you or push you into making a decision about re-entering this relationship, about reconciling this relationship, when you may feel that you're not ready to do so. For your outcome, we do have the Seven of Swords here. Now, that can be very sneaky energy. It can talk about somebody having done something and they think they've got away with it. But it can also talk about somebody that literally wants to pack their bags and kind of sneak off. Now, I know that sounds very harsh. And yes, it can be very, it can be quite cruel to do that. But it may feel to you that rather than have to deal with pressure from others, questions from others, having to listen to other people telling you what to do, you might feel it's easier just to pack your stuff and sneak off. Not sneaking off because you want to deceive somebody, but sneaking off because you may feel that it is the best course of action. Because there's definitely disharmony here within the home front and within this relationship. There's been verbal confrontation and arguments here. The wheel is starting to turn in your favour, but you may not be seeing that at the moment. And in order for that wheel to turn in your favour, it's going to have to come from this change with this Tower card. Now, for some of you, that change is going to be talking about the need for you and your partner to massively shake things up, to bring about a major change within this relationship in order for you to move forward. But for others of you, it is going to talk about a major change in terms of this relationship coming to an end. And although that Seven of Swords can talk of betrayal and deception and being caught, It can, like I said, talk about sneaking away from a situation rather than trying to deal with it. Maybe feeling so mentally exhausted and drained that you don't feel you have the resources required to deal with this situation. So all you can do is to sneak away because you don't feel you can cope with this or deal with this anymore. It's going to be different for all of you, Scorpio, but I do feel June is going to be a month of some major changes here. As I said, it's either going to be a major shake-up within this relationship, or it's going to be an ending. Now, if this is a major shake-up within this relationship, it may be for some of you a very small percentage that some of you have done something, have maybe behaved in a deceptive way, have been lying, doing something that you shouldn't be doing. And this Seven of Swords energy can be talking about you literally thinking, wow, I've got away with it. But the problem is you haven't, because in the background here is this group of soldiers, and they too, sorry, I don't know if you can see it clearly, have got a sword raised up in the air, which is telling everybody in the camp that you've been found out, that they've discovered what you've done, that the betrayal has come to light, the lie is out. As I said, it's going to play differently for all of you, and I feel that it could go three ways here. But if some of you have been lying or cheating or being unfaithful or doing something you shouldn't have been doing, then in this month of June, there is a very good possibility that that is going to come to light, that you're going to be found out. Or it could go the other way, where your partner has been doing something and you are going to find out that they have been doing something dishonest. So Scorpio, that does bring this reading to a close. Sorry. If it does resonate with you, then I do hope it's going to bring some help and guidance. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.